Hello, this is Jasmine with Riverflow Craft Co. and today we're going to be working on distressing a tumbler. So the first thing you're going to want to do is also make sure your tumbler is glittered and epoxied until smooth, and then you spray paint whatever colors you would like. In this particular one, I used purple and white. The materials you're going to want to have on hand is your PPE, napkins or towels, acetone, and either 99% alcohol. I used a little bit of both, 99% and 91% alcohol. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure there's plenty of acetone on your napkin or towel. We're going to make some very calculated swipes from the bottom to the top coming first. You can start with the top to the bottom. It's just your preference, but I like to start from the bottom to the top. I do very long strokes first and try to clean up those edges to kind of avoid, because what you don't want is to go in and sand your tumbler later on and expose what you don't want to expose. So I just take the edges off kind of to avoid that. That way it looks more clean. You can see a lot of that glitter poking through. So that's what you're going to start with. Also, don't worry about the purple paint right now getting all over the white. We can go and clean that up later. It's not a big deal. So we'll put some elbow grease into it later and clean that up. So we're just going to keep going and deciding where we want that glitter to be really poking through. As you can see here, I removed my phone because I wanted a little bit more control on where I'm removing that paint. And honestly, this method and technique does take a lot of elbow grease. So I was really putting a lot of muscle into this, trying to get that paint off. And another tip is that if you do not want to put in as much, because if I would have waited on this more than an hour or two for it to really dry, it would take a lot more elbow grease. So if you don't want to put that much in, go ahead and just make sure that you can do this whole process within the same day, because if not, you're going to have a really good time doing this. So I'm just continuing to remove the paint and distressing in those areas that I want. I'm leaving a big old kind of patch there. That way I can add my decal or water slide, whatever I choose to use, onto this particular tumbler. Okay, so after we've got all of our distressing done, the next step we're going to go into is adding our alcohol onto our napkin or towel. That way we can start removing some of that excess paint off of the areas we don't want covered. So we're going to go in and kind of clean that up, and that 99% alcohol, 91% alcohol really helps to do that. The only thing I would be careful of is, because I'm using the 99% here, and you'll be able to tell, it kind of moves more of that paint than I wanted to around because of how concentrated it is in the alcohol. So I did have to go down to the 91%, and it gave me the look that I was looking for. Once you have all of those areas cleaned up and you can really see that, you just really want to make sure that the glitter is to its maximum potential when you're cleaning this up. You don't want to leave any spots where spray paint's kind of lingering on there. It's not going to give you a clean look in the end. So once you've got it to where you want it, just let it kind of sit and dry for a little while. If you want, you can seal it. I didn't seal mine. I just waited and went straight into epoxying shortly after. Once I've got that epoxied, you can add in little spritz of glitter if you want. That's what I did, and you'll be able to see that in the final look once I finish adding everything on here. But once you've got it where you want it, you're good to go. If you have any questions, like I said, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, wherever you can. I'd be happy to answer them for you. But other than that, have a great day and stay tuned for more tutorials in the future.